Hello, Restoration Church family. If you missed the ministry spotlight on Sunday, or you're just like me and can always use a good reminder, I just want to do all I can to keep everybody in the informational loop about what's going on. And on Sunday, I shared three things. First, some good news. Second, some good problems stemming from that good news. And third, some solutions that we are working on. So let me share about that with you. First, the good news is Restoration Presbyterian Church, by the grace of God, is growing. I believe that we are growing in spiritual maturity. I believe we're growing in unity, but there is no doubt that we are growing numerically. In the last 10 months, 34 people have joined Restoration Presbyterian Church, which tells me that God is on the move in this place, adding people to our numbers, and we are so thankful for what God is doing. But secondly, that good news leads to some issues. Our deacons have been crunching the numbers and looking at it, and if we continue to grow at our current pace, we anticipate going to 2 worship services 1 year from now. And of course, that'll also create parking issues. We're already feeling the effects of this growth with a lack of classroom space, and our nursery is bursting at the seams. So I want to let you know some solutions we're working on. We're working on some short-term solutions, which you'll hear more about. But as a long-term solution, I wanted you to know that at our August session meeting, we appointed a commission consisting of Greg Beatles, Scott Daniel, Kevin Downs, and David Kicklighter, and empowered them to retain the services of an architect who would begin drawings and help us look at zoning issues and help us look at all the details that would be involved with building a new facility to be the future home of Restoration Presbyterian Church. Now, that brings all kinds of questions that I probably can't answer at this point, but I'll tell you what I know. People ask, when would this take place? Well, if we get moving right away, we probably couldn't break ground for a year. And to build the kind of facility that we'd like to build, that's going to take 18 to 24 months. So we're not talking about anything imminent, but perhaps we could be in a facility in the fall of 2027. I get the question, where are we building? If you take Hamilton Mill Road all the way down to where it ends at Jim Moore Road, there's a traffic circle. If you drive straight through the traffic circle, you would run in to our property where we plan to build. If you went to Screen on the Green this summer down at Homestead, you may have seen the sign that said Future Home of Restoration Presbyterian Church. It's about 2 miles as the crow flies from our current facility, and depending on where you live, your drive to church would be 5 minutes shorter or longer, depending on where you're coming from. Of course, the next question is, what are we looking to build? And I do not know the answer to that question. That's why we're looking at architects, but I can assure you that the congregation will have an opportunity to speak into the process after the first of the year. And I've asked our staff to be thinking about what is it that we need in a facility to execute children's ministry well? What do we need to do youth ministry well? What are the things we need in order to minister well to this community here in and around Hamilton Mill? So I hope you'll be praying for our church. I hope you'll be praying for our leadership and be praying about what part God may have you play in what He is doing here at Restoration.